Good afternoon, everyone. This is Calvin with Improver, and thank you for joining us on this fine August 28th afternoon. It is right now 4 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. We're here to discuss the Lean Six Sigma Fall Enrollment Program for Improver University. This is an informational session only. We did this program in the summer, and it was such a success, and so many people got such great value from it that we decided to go ahead and redo it this season for fall enrollment as well. We've seen companies within a period of 3 to 6 months generate over $500,000 in cost savings and other business impacts, and we thought other folks might want to take advantage of the service as well. Little introduction of myself. My name is Calvin. I'm the founder and CEO of Impruver Inc. We're a technology company that has a university arm that does Lean Six Sigma certifications at all levels, from white belt to master black belt level. And on the other side, there's a platform solution that manages projects, that helps organizations practice PDCA, that's deploys strategy, that has all the lean tools all in one single platform. It's a really powerful system. We'll touch on that a little bit more today as well. My home base is Atlanta, Georgia, in the US, although we're currently touring through Latin America and living in Medellin, Colombia at the moment. I don't know if you can see my background at all, but I'm actually in the attic of a cabin here in the mountains in Medellin. A very beautiful place, and we've had a really magical and special experience traveling through Latin America. Been to Mexico already, Querétaro, went to Santiago, Chile, Algarrobo as well. We've got a few other places on our schedule, such as Argentina, Brazil, and it's been an incredible experience overall. Kids are homeschooling and traveling with us, and we both work remotely using Improver and other tools like it. I've got 20 years experience working with some great companies: Nestle, Mars, Tyson, Carney, Clorox, and a couple of others. I have a bachelor's of science in industrial engineering and an MBA. On another note, I'm the Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, Amazon best-selling author of the book Fit: The Simple Science of Achieving Strategic Goals. And if you stick around to the end of today's presentation, we'll actually raffle off a copy of that book. So make sure you stick around to the end. One last note: I'm a 2-year gold status president of the Institute of Industrial Engineers in Atlanta. So on just a high level overview of Improver University in this program, right? Essentially what it allows you to do is put your Lean Six Sigma certification program on autopilot. And it has a few key components to help do that. On one hand, it certifies everyone in your organization in Lean Six Sigma from white, yellow, green, black, and master black belt level according to their level of responsibility, right? You've got one master black belt, 5 black belts, 25 greens, up to 1,000 yellows, and up to 1,000 white belts available as part of the package. This program is facilitated by a certified master black belt. It is technology enabled, which allows us to deliver a greater quality and greater efficiency by an order of magnitude compared to some of the traditional or manually managed programs. So we have the university to help develop people. We also have the platform to help develop processes. We'll talk more about those in just a moment here. So let's start with the university. Like I said, we can certify at all 5 levels: white, yellow, green, black, and master black belt. At the white belt, at the white belt level, it's more theoretical overview of Lean Six Sigma, a little bit about the history, what's the difference between Lean Six Sigma. There is some coursework required. Folks can kind of take those at their own pace. At the yellow belt level, now you're going through and learning about a basic level tool set that you can apply without requiring a larger project to do. These are things you can just go do and just go fix within your area of work. At the green belt level, you're looking for more advanced tool set, right? We'll talk about what those are in a moment, but it does also require a project in addition to coursework. At the black belt level, you're talking about more project management tools. You're talking about projects that might span across work streams, across production lines, across departments, and potentially even larger in scope. And at this level, you got coursework, you got project, and it requires coaching others. So you're developing some people development capability while you're at it. Finally, at the master black belt level, you're getting to the facilitation of enterprise wide or enterprise scale transformation, right? So you got coursework there, project coaching, and some strategic planning and deployment involved. So a little bit about our program. It's founded on decades of both academic uh, and industry achievement. Right, the founders, both my partner and I, are certified master black belts in Lean Six Sigma. Between us, we've applied Lean Six Sigma in over 50 years. Combination between us and our leadership team with some of the world's most recognizable brands. We also have a very highly recognized, verifiable continuous improvement certification. Every cert comes with a QR code that any third party or anyone interested can validate the achievement of your certification, your course load, your projects achieved, and so forth. We'll talk more about that in a moment. I've mentioned the book Fit. Make sure you stick around for the end for that. And also myself as the CEO, Bachelor's of Science of Industrial Engineering and Master's of Business Administration, as well as 20 plus years experience in industry. So what's unique about Improver that makes us special and different from anything else you'll see out there is that we maintain essentially a portfolio of your achievement as you go through your certification process. Because we have the university and we have the software side, we have all the information to show the certificates you've earned, the courses you've completed, the goals you've achieved, the tools you use, the projects you completed, and the results you've generated. And essentially, we maintain that portfolio so that if anybody needs it throughout the course of your career, we have that available. All right, let's dive into the coursework a little more. So at the white belt level, we're talking Introduction to Lean Six Sigma, 8 wastes. We're talking standard work, uh, Kaizen, Hidoka, Hijunka, right? Just some of the tools. And of course, this is all online coursework. People can study at their own pace. At the yellow belt level, we're talking root cause analysis, 5 Whys, we're talking 5S, visual management, PDCA, check sheets, Pareto analysis, lots of great tools that again people can take and apply in their workspace without being part of a larger project. At the green belt level, again, we're getting into a project requirement here. We're talking SMED, changeover reduction, FMEA, DMAIC, histograms, A3, Kanban, some really powerful tools. And you got to demonstrate through the application of these tools through a project there. At the black belt level, value stream mapping, Toyota Kata, managing for daily improvement, lean audit systems, SIPOC, voice of the customer. So a lot of great, powerful tools there as well. Again, coursework. Now you're completing a project as well, but also now you're coaching others too. Notice the coaching for high performance course in there as well. At this level, and even at the green belt level, there's also a leadership development course woven in there too. At this level, it's not just about applying tools, it's also influencing others, dealing with resistance, dealing with buy-in or gaining buy-in, and engaging stakeholders and so forth. So some of those soft skills are also being developed as you get into the higher levels of certification. Finally, at the master black belt level, we're talking leader standard work, balanced scorecard, Hoshin Kamri, X matrix, again, influencing organizational change, people management, soft skills, influencing skills. The difference at the master black belt level too is that you're now leading strategic level work in addition to the other requirements. We use a flywheel process, and the purpose of this is to teach in a learn, do, teach, transform format, right? Just to kind of unpack that a little bit. So at the white and yellow belt levels, you're just learning the basics. At the green belt level, you're doing it through executing a project. At the black belt level, now you're doing a project, but you're teaching by coaching a cohort of green belts through the process. And then at the master black belt level, you're transforming an organization. You're sort of pulling it all together and making sure that the work being done as part of the other candidate certifications are tied to the company's strategic priorities. So the flywheel develops both continuous improvement and coaching skills. At the improver level, that we also call the green belt level, you're just learning to execute continuous improvement using a PDCA style format. At the black belt level or the first coach level, you're coaching a cohort of green belts through the same PDCA format. It's a 10-week program for a green belt. And each week you're essentially executing a PDCA cycle toward some pre-established goal that we align on early in the program. At the master black belt level, that we also call second coach, you're coaching a cohort of black belts, but you're also tying those priorities that they're pursuing to the greatest company priorities or the company strategy. As I mentioned before, every Improver University certification comes with a QR code, and any third party can quickly scan that QR code and it'll take you to this landing page that will validate or verify that person's certification. It includes which courses they've taken. It allows for a download of a PDF of that certification. It shows who the recipient is, who the instructor was, and this is out there and available forevermore, essentially. So, this is as good as any other certification that you can achieve anywhere else in the world, and it's being held at an institution so that this is always available when you need it, right? A lot of time when you get your cert at your company or through an independent consultant who does training or something like that, the certs aren't available when you need them, and it's very difficult to verify. So this creates a great system for verifying those certs. All right, so let's go. Let's dive into the technology just a little bit, and we have a two-sided platform. On one side, we've got the university, which is a learning management system. This is designed to develop people. On the other side, you've got a platform that is for managing Kaizen and managing improvement and managing projects and driving PDCA cycles and tracking savings and all the rest. So let's break down what's in each of these. In the university, again, you've got a learning management system that's designed for helping folks certify in Lean Six Sigma. You've got an activity feed, which is where you land when you first go in. And on the left hand side there, you'll see all your cert programs, your courses, and all the rest. And a few other things are there too. You've got the enterprise admin console, where if you're the administrator, you can see all the different programs that are available to your organization, and you can help folks move from level to level within their cert journey. And lastly, you've got the ability to download all the data, right? You've got courses, you got programs, you got people, you got grades, you got all the rest right there. So let's dive into that just a little bit deeper. Again, the activity feed is where you would find your enterprise admin console button, all the content you might need to accelerate your journey, articles, podcasts, tools, webinars, etc. And then your courses and certification programs are found there as well. So you can jump right into and continue wherever you left off. So when you dive into that enterprise admin button, though, it takes you here where you can see all of your programs. You got Lean Six Sigma white, yellow, green, black, and master black belt. And you can at a snapshot see what, how many people are enrolled in those programs. And this is where you would manage the enrollment of each individual through the various programs. So let's dive into the Greenbelt program. For example, you can add team members, you can import lists, you can email the team, you can see the individual names, you can print out a report that shows how they're doing against each course in the certification program, has everything you need to help folks succeed in their certification. Lastly, you can print out or export a report that essentially shows by program at the program level, at the course level, how the team is doing overall, each individual person, how many courses they've completed out of from the total completion percentage, and so forth. You can use this and create pivot tables, create reports. You can see how many people have completed the CERT program, how many people are in progress, and all that good stuff available to you from there. All right, let's talk platform just a moment. So the platform, the way to understand the platform is it's a set of functionality that any lean tool can sit on top of. right? So the platform itself is made up of a dashboard. It shows your business impact in a big billboard format like this. And underneath that, it's got all your projects, it's got all your tools, it's got all your stories for your PDCA cycles and all the rest, right? That's a key piece. The other key piece is the metrics, what we call CI intelligence. This is essentially a metrics dashboard that you can set up custom to the specific tool set that you and your organization might be using, right? If you're using idea submission, if you're using PDCA and stories, you can kind of set up your dashboard to show you the health of how the organization is doing in those specific areas. And then there's action management, right? There's no improvement without action. You've got a very robust and powerful action management system built in. So let's talk platform for a second in the dashboard in specific. So dashboard, again, you've got your business impact front and center. You've got all your projects, your tools, your stories, everything is there in one view. You can sort, you can filter, you can do all the things to see exactly what you need to see when you need to see it. The continuous improvement intelligence feature. Again, this is totally customizable. I'll give you an example here. They've got a list of people not currently assigned to a project, right? This might be a company that says, hey, we want everybody on a project at all times. When they roll off of one, they should roll on to another one. And this just shows you who is currently not assigned to a project so you can get them on a project immediately. Couple other things here: idea submission by status, by area impacted, by month, and so forth. You can do this with just about any other tool, any other feature, and customize the report to be exactly what you need. Action management. Again, there's no improvement without action. So we've got a dialog box here where you can create action items from practically anywhere in the site, right? Whether it be a project, a story, a tool, or anywhere else, right? And you kind of describe the action. You've got tying this action to an initiative. You got the owner. You got the status here: to do, doing, done, a due date. Got before and after pictures. Before and after pictures, I will tell you now, are the most powerful way to tell the story of your continuous improvement journey, right? People tend to forget all the great things you did over time. And this is a great way to say, listen, this is where we were. This is where we are now. You can see the difference. You can see the impact we're making with this work. This is all stored on your dashboard. Also, you can see all your action items by status, by owner, by everything else. And this is another tool you can use to drive better execution. So that's the platform. Now let's talk about the specific tools, right? Here's a couple examples: DMAIC, process mapping; FMEA, A3, root cause analysis; 5S. You got OEE, Y-Tree, Kaizen Blitz, you name it. You can essentially go and find any tool you need in the marketplace, add it to your account, and you're off and running, right? That's one way to get there. The other way is that you could essentially build the tool you might need if you don't see it already available in the marketplace. So there's a low code, no code tool builder. It's even AI enabled. You can tell the AI, hey, I'm trying to build a 5Y tool, and it'll create a custom 5Y tool in software, add it to your account, deploy it to your entire organization. Now everybody's using the same tool. It's integrated with all the other tools. Very powerful system that this provides. Another feature here that you might find interesting is what we call the Improver Sensei. For every tool inside Improver, there's a Sensei AI enabled that will coach them through the effective use of that tool. So even folks who have never had training on, let's say, 5 Ys, the Sensei will essentially coach them through the entire process so that they can effectively use 5Y even with little or no training, right? So it's actually a great compliment to someone coming out right out of certification. Now they got this to help them become proficient in using those tools. It's another tool that we've built and deployed. It's actually live in production right now, where it's called Countermeasure. That you can set up triggers from your BI system, like Power BI, for example, and set up alerts and integrate those alerts into Improver. And every time that specific alert happens, it'll automatically assign a tool, an owner, a due date, And then basically into perpetuity, you're driving the application of these tools and continuous improvement mindset and mentality. Couple other things that you might find interesting: gamification. We got a very powerful gamification engine. The storyboard produces certificates of achievement when someone achieves a goal. Strategy deployment: you can set and cascade goals very nicely. AI root cause analysis, performance management, AI collaboration, mobile compatibility, best practice sharing. There's just a lot there in the platform, and then it kind of lays the tools on top of that, which makes the platform even that much more powerful. All right, last couple of slides here, then we'll be done for today. Here's how the program works. So if you were to join our fall program, bring your enterprise and certify everyone in your company in Lean Six Sigma, you would have up to 1,000 white belts, up to 1,000 yellow belts, up to 25 green belts, up to 5 black belts, and 1 master black belt. That also comes with up to 1,000 accounts in the university and in the Improver platform, for folks to use to learn and drive execution of their projects. With that said, we have 2 ways to manage your your certification journey within your organization. We have self-managed. This is if you've got somebody who's already certified, already knows the process or knows the tools well, they could essentially kind of corral the teams through the various belt levels themselves. And when you're ready to certify, you would submit your projects. We got a submission process built. Submit your projects to Improver. We would go through and check that the criteria is met, and then we would issue certification. On the other side, there's Improver Managed, where we staff a certified master black belt to do weekly course reviews and help develop project lists as part of those course reviews. Meanwhile, they're facilitating PDCA cycles. So you're driving improvement even from the first week in the program. And it's a 10-week long program for each belt level, essentially. So they also help with project selection and execution. They support with selecting and applying lean tools effectively. Something cool and Improver is you can roll lean tools right into the PDCA process, right? Let's say you're going and you realize you need to do a 5Y. You can basically activate a 5Y right there, and it's right there in your storyboard. It's kind of telling the story of improvement, the improvement journey for you as you work toward that goal. So very, very cool, innovative, really nothing like it else like it available out there. So certainly encourage you to check it out if you get the opportunity. All right, next step, and we're getting close to the end here, and we'll wrap it up in a moment, is go and take the culture assessment. If you think these tools might be helpful to you, this assessment will maybe give you a sense of how helpful all this might just be, right? And help you build a case for change. So the way to get there is just go to Google, type in Improver University. You'll get some results pop up. One of the first ones will be Improver University. You click on that link, it'll take you to this landing page where you'll find this purple button that says Continuous Improvement Culture Assessment. You click that, and it'll take you to another page with a graphic that looks something like this. And then there's a form you can complete, submit the form. It'll email you the result of your assessment and give you some ideas for what next steps you could take. All right, y'all. Thanks for your time. Again, I'm Calvin L. Williams with Improver. You can reach me at calvin.williams@improver.com. If you want to learn more about our CI platform, you can do so at improver.com. That's IMPRUVER. If you want to join our community of CI professionals and leaders in industry, you could do so at Improver University, and that's at university.improver.com. Again, thanks for your time, and I certainly hope to work with you and connect with you soon. Take care.